哦，好有名啊！今天来玩这个《Say the Princess》杀死公主的恐怖游戏。讲述的是一个公主被世人所警戒着，不杀死她的话，这个世界就会毁灭，所以我必须把她杀死。有点像科斯鲁的，而它是没有中文翻译的。靠我们来学习新的英文，但老师是很矛盾的，因为你都不知道那些英文是怎么意思，单凭那些上文下理去推断那个三字，新的三字有点难度。大胆尝试。现在我来看一下他在警告什么。这是个恐怖游戏，它会有一些很恐怖的特效。如果这会导致你的心理疾病的话，就要请关闭那个特效吧。它有个选项可以给你关闭特效，但我是经过训练的人，我对它没有现实的，对此没有感到很意外。暗战士啊龙前进。他一开始就用这个音乐来让这个公主感到很可怜。
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
那个囚犯是公主吗？
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
那个庞宝说如果不杀死她，这世界就会毁灭。他有些选项可以选，老实说，我好久没有玩到这些有选项的 RPG 什么的。不过这个很怀念，我以前玩过《抽之尾一次》，他以前有这样的这些言情游戏嘛，一些选择游戏，一些恋爱上的游戏都是有这样的设定的吧？是的，很怀念哦。那回归整体吧，这里有4个选项，哇，太多选项了吧？根据那个他介绍过了嘛，他是很危险的人，所以我是比较慎重的。作为一个战士来说，也没有现实的，而且我是只为Cheryl而战的这个公主，老实说关我屁事。有一些肤浅的OK。Thanks for telling me what to do。这是个肤浅类的，要慎重取舍。这样的话会让旁白感到我不相信他，我也说这是我自己表达一个不相信的态度。我想去相信那个旁白是能够相信的，但那个公主就不是了，所以我会比较震惊的去说，有没有现实拥有直觉？这战士啊。
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay. Have you considered that maybe the only person she's going to end with is because she's locked up? Killing a princess in a bathroom.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
And the fight to bet itself?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
他说我不要问这么多，所以说我想赶紧。Maybe， 所以说这就是不相信你所说的一个行为。你要是我杀
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
The narrator, can you help me to protect me?
A warning before you go any further.
What warning? Please give me a weapon if you honestly want to kill this monster. I just think this princess is not a normal person, you know?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
So can you give me a weapon? I'm trusting you, but you... Any help?
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Fuck you, hero. Shut the fuck. I just do my
The
wife.
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yes.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
你可能会说为什么我这么相信有旁白，但这是我的直觉。比起相信那个未知的公主，我更愿意这样做。直直的把她杀死。
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
A favor.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
She is not that beautiful. I just like Cheryl Martin. Cheryl Martin is bad. She's just so what? Even she's beautiful, so what? Cheryl is the best. I must protect Cheryl.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement, so you should just...
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
No.
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words.
So I am finding the way.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
那是万事吗?
But is it over? Really
No.
over? It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
You should kill her.
I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her.
Yes, we must trust the narrator. If we don't trust the narrator, and then trust the princess may attack me. 你知道吗？如果现在去按下面这两个选项的，有机会会被他吸水我们的生命的。我也想去补刀，但我的刀现在卡住他那里，他会趁机去攻击我。
Yes, exactly. It's over.
I want to trust the narrator. 但愿那个旁白是值得被相信的。
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of space. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from her. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
我知道这是好结局，但未免感到有点好奇心。你要我对抗那个好奇心吗？好奇心，或者是这个书信的世界。
So glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
But it is so boring.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right? Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
The narrator. Even you said I'm happy, I don't know I'm honestly happy or what. But what I want to do is kill the princess. 我要确保那个公主是死的。I want to show the princess that it's true, so that I don't want to go outside and then help the princess. I don't want any chance to help the princess. So that's the best way, I think. 这让我感到很空虚。这就是那个结局了吧？所谓的好结局，但真的是如此吗？如果刚刚出去或者是干了什么的话，干了什么其他的举动的，现在的结束会不会太快了？所谓的好结局，如果是其他的选择，我有恃有恐了。我感到很空虚，快速的按一下好了。
You make your way up the shore. The interior of the... Her voice, she said... Good. She's focused on the time.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward.
Oh, I'm probably chained. So,
Do you hear that she... You lunge. You feel...
this. Do you act?
There it is again. Yes, but it's over. Yes. Why do I feel... You did... But that... You open the cabin door. What? Everyone...
如果这里有其他的选项的话，我就会被他蛊惑了。我想看一下。
What's done is done. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if... I do. But the blade... I can hear everything. He's right. Do you hear that? Do you not? Don't you dare... Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate.
我隆科了。唉，怎么感觉旁白也是有点怪怪的？我杀死了那个公主，但我要一些自由。
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
No, I don't want to. 给我们看一下刚刚发生了什么吧，刚刚太快了，刚太快了，不行，去看一下。
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
他说我很开心的爸爸。
Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
这次 this time I want to go outside, but I don't want to go to the princess. I kill the princess, right? But I just want to pay something. Just like go to the outside to see the bird, get some flower, eat a lunch, do something. I just don't want to go the princess side.
I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
The hero want me to go outside. 他想我要出去，他说用剑就可以出去。那个英雄感觉就很弱智。The hero is such an idiot. He want me to do some stupid thing.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
Sorry, I just don't feel happy. I can't see myself how happy. 如果他有制作一些画面让我看到我自己是很快乐的，但是这个制作组，这个世界没有让我感到很有趣。至少你也弄一些东西出来吧，感觉就是他故意为之的，你故意的。这激发我的好奇心去做其他的事情。
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
他是有奉献我去不去这么做，但是现在我只是遵循自己而已。
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine.
Hey.
Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Hey, I don't want to go to the basement. I just want to go outside, eat something. Why? Who let me go? The hero. 我没有说有人来这个地方啊，出去吃个午餐什么不行啊？然后
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
他还没有死透吧？根据他是反人类的来说，他等一下就会发为不死族来攻击我。He's not died yet, right? She's still dangerous.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Okay.
The end. Nice knowing you.
I just know. Tattoo?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay.
What is tattoo? 这里为什么会就重生呢？然后说
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
So I guess 沦为了，但是旁白不知道。但是他没有感到很惊讶，他也知道这个世界上的一些秘密。
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Void of the Cold， 那是新的感情吗？真正的一位人，难道说我的举动是影响的？我很惊讶 ，I'm surprising honestly. We added one of person the cold, force the cold. 我是个很难过的人啊，这样就对了。
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place. Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Yes, just one time.
Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
But I just don't like to. You know what? I know maybe you are the nice person or what, but I just don't like this feel. 我不想完全去相信你，只是目前来说你是值得相信的。我相信的只有我自己。
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
他把我带五面墙啊，老兄。
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
I just killed the princess one time, and then I just used the safe option.
It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying. Just stay focused, will you? Just be quick about it.
If anything, the word entered after I saw her. Wait, I tried to leave everything was good. 如果我杀了他，这个世界就会不能够继续的。那个角色要知道 ，the truth I know he sucks in this world, in this nothing world. 这个荒芜的世界。
That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round. Yes, maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. And now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end. But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all. You're going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here. And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I promise.
I have get, but it's such a boring thought. Let me see another way. The matter I am not to judge you or saying you are lying, but I feel boring. 俺は闇の戦士だ。
Well, that's exactly what we're afraid of. Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, there's no use arguing over your massacre. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
If I left, there will something happen. He will destroy the world. Let me save. If we nothing do, and just turn on and live. The princess will go outside and destroy the world?
Oh. Do you think there's something else out there? Alright. Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again.
如果我去往回头看的话，我就没有这个时间去杀了嘛。
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
那个是原来死了吗？
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
It's so weird. Why this fate also to the cabin?
Oh, how quaint. He really wants us to go in there, doesn't he? You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I just hate this feel. 被一些人所操控的感覺。我哋話醫治的，我哋話自由的，人類話自由的。那片大海的敵人。
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Fuck the princess. 我可以做的选项越来越少。根据我前面这么多的回应，那个角色的性格被定型了。The traitor feeling is 那個角色定型被定型咗之後，咁之後我可以做嘅選項就得翻好似，咁之後我嘅道路就會被鎖死咗。
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
What's strange?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
阅读，これが緊張する。
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
壓力。
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. It's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
要死的难得跟了 Chatafika。刚刚那个是什么结局？
You're silent, but fine. Oh, would you look at... There's...
Oh well. The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
那个，我说真的辛苦了。对 Narita, you are so tired to set those many words. I feel bad for you, but you have money, right? This is your job. 但 我感到很佩服你啊。 The narrator, you said so many words. I am what? Part of you or something?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
左面的那个是信件。The left side is checked, right?
It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
No. 这是上一个结局而已。现在他没有死。
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Okay, this is a terrible trap. If we go to left side, we are already die. If you want me to see this, I can do, but I don't do it.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
You can't see?
Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement and find her body, so we can be done with this.
Yes, Kobo, you said a right thing.
But it does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
四失即空，特研就失去了那个块镜子。
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Acknowledge.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
我们浪费了太多时间了吗？ Did we waste us long time? There's no much time to wait.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
The princess is 进化了。Her level is up, so that I can see those thick things near me.
The room below is silent.
How can I be him? Evolution. This is what I'm talking about. This monster evolution.
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
So, even the death can 不能拦住他，不能拦住他的英文是什么 ？Even death can't stop him. Even he he's died. Is already dead, but he is also 影响的英文是什么？ Influence people. The princess is there, and she influenced people.
Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin.
Oh, it's so cute.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
It's so cute.
Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went. Like how you murdered me?
Whoa. Wow. I just want to check with him. 这位让我感到很有兴趣。他在生的时候对他没有兴趣，但他死了之后有点可爱。Kind of cute. But so what? My heart is always for Showmaster. 之后会有些改变吧。And then, this is chapter 1.
You're on a path you're here to...
This is just chapter 1, I don't like it. Another thing I can do. If I don't bring weapon.
A warning. Before she won't be a problem.
The interior of the cabin is cold. The blade is your... It feels like a...
This time I don't want to debate.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and the room. Nobody's as much. I guess as okay. It's just like before you have to. And finally,
Oh, it's you. Like how you murdered.
To be continued. So that's not the end. 它还没有完成。今天以下就是杀死公主的这个游戏。我是亚米洛先生阿鲁，对这感到见怪不怪，但却感到很幸运。这个游戏 我期待他做出来的样子是怎么样。那等他做出来的时候再喂吧。我是暗黑战士阿龙，我们下期再见。战士永不止死。